Hi everybody, happy Friday. Thanks again for joining me today. Today I want to talk about something that has literally taken over my life, and that is clutter. I listen to a podcast by Chalene Johnson on a regular basis. Chalene Johnson, if you haven't heard of her, she's an amazing woman. She's a celebrity fitness trainer. She does like PiYo and Turbo Fire. But she's also a business entrepreneur coach, and she has a lot of invested business in training up and coming entrepreneurs. So I listen to her all the time. She's just incredible. I highly suggest you listen to her either on Periscope or on iTunes. But anyway, so she was talking about a issue that apparently has been a huge issue for me, and that's clutter, and how clutter is literally sucking the life out of us and swallowing us whole. And it was really interesting to see kind of the science behind it, because I've realized that I'm lacking in organization skills and things like that, but I did not realize how much energy was actually draining from me. So basically, when you have all these things, clutter and things like that around your house, and it's, things aren't where they should be, every single time you walk by that basket of laundry that needs to be done, or the clothes that are on the floor, or that mountain that's on my dining room table of Jamberry stuff and magazines and mail and everything I'm trying to keep away from Mason, literally you are making a subconscious decision whether to pick those things up or to just walk away. And if everything in your house is like that, every surface, is like that, then you're making those decisions everywhere, and it's like constantly bombarding you. And every time you make that decision, you're draining a little bit more and a little bit more of your mental energy. Now, where this becomes a big deal is, particularly for me, my business hours start when Asen goes to bed, usually between 8 or 8:30 in the evening. So that means I have gone through an entire day of all of these decisions, and I'm white. I've noticed that when it comes time for me to do work, I'm like mentally exhausted, and I don't have anything left to actually do any real work, real income generating activities. So the white lining. I had actually gone to the doctor to see if, there was something physically that was happening that is attributed to my fatigue and a little bit of anxiety too. But I realized after listening to that podcast yesterday that I think it's my environment. And I just didn't realize how much my environment was affecting me. And the thing is I kind of lack in the organizational skills. It's just something I've never really learned. My mom, God bless her heart, is kind of, she's like a creative chaos. I think is the best way to describe what our house was like when I was growing up. It's just, it always fostered creativity, but there always just seemed to be stuff everywhere. And I think I still do that, and so I think now I realize that it's really affecting me, and I need to actually make a change. Chalene Johnson has suggested a couple books in the podcast, and I'll put them down in the comments. If you guys have any suggestions on things that you've seen on great organization skills or any tips or things like that, please, let's start a conversation. Because this is something that I think that really needs to happen for me, and I'm sure I'm not the only one out there that kind of feels the same way. So that's about all I got for today. Thank you so much for listening, and everybody enjoy your weekend. Happy Easter, and I hope you have a great time with your families, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.